Hi, I'm Tina Shakur, and we are here at Cisco Live for a sneak peek of some of the things being shown on the show floor. The Tandberg acquisition closed 2.5 months ago. So what's in the Tandberg portfolio? We're going to look at the breadth of products and the interoperability with third parties. I'm here with Enrico, and we're going to look at the C90 from Tandberg. There are some video components and some audio components to this product.
Yes.
Tell me about the video compositing.
Sure. Video compositing allows us to take several sources, up to 5 at once, and be able to display them locally and send them to the other side so that you can have an enhanced collaboration experience with several things being shared at the same time.
So on one screen, we could have audio, or I'm sorry, not audio, but a PowerPoint presentation, video from another source, live streaming of something else.
And still see the person that you're talking to.
Okay, that's very cool.
Yeah.
It's very useful also, especially if you only have one screen, smaller installations I'm expecting.
Sure.
Absolutely. Now there's an audio mixing part to this too, which, we don't often think about the audio once we get into video conferencing. We sort of forget about that sometimes. There's an important component to the C90 on this.
Yes, there's an audio mixer built in, so you can actually avoid having to purchase extra components and do some very sophisticated audio mixing with a tool that we provide. And the codec actually does, the C90 actually takes care of all that for you. On this side we have inputs, all the audio inputs. On this side we have the outputs, and you can drag and drop connectors wherever you need them, so you can route audio in different ways.
Now, from what we were talking about earlier, you can pre-configure set configurations. It's one touch for the end user. They don't have to be masters at this.
That's correct. The administrator will set it up, and the users just use it, and they can change things if the administrator wants them to.
All right. Thank you so much. This is some very exciting stuff. We're glad to have you all aboard.
Thank you, Tina.
Hey Scott, so part of the value of the Tandberg portfolio is the breadth of products, and we're sitting here at a desktop where we've got high definition video conferencing available. Some snazzy looking stuff here. What's going on?
Yeah, and snazzy is just the right word, right? This is the EX90, and it's bringing high definition 1080p telepresence quality video to the desktop. So in addition to the 24-inch high definition monitor,
and we could use this as our desktop, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can use this as your computer screen. You can use it for your video screen, and there's also a number of peripherals that you can attach to this as well. So it's multifaceted. But we have the InTouch user interface here, which is a touch screen that you just can select and make a call. And this controls everything. So it's a much more intuitive way of placing and connecting calls.
Very good.
You can add different users, you can create multi-point calls, and create instant conferences. Very functional.
Now the document camera, so the camera not only can capture you, but it'll flip down and gather your documents also, right?
Exactly. This is a great little add-on feature. So if you have something physical on the desktop that you want to share, you flip it down, and sure, there you see it right there on the desktop. Yep. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's baked into the EX90. Well thought out product, and we're having a lot of great responses from this. We're very pleased with it.
Right.
We think we're going to do real well.
I'll place my order tomorrow.
There you go.
All right.
All right,
Thanks a bunch. Hey Scott, so we saw this neat little device over there with the EX90, but we didn't get a lot of time to go into detail. Tell me a little more about this.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're taking the InTouch interface that we've used on the EX90, like we saw earlier, and it's very similar to our immersive room-based systems, the telepresence, and now we're bringing it to systems like this in the room, the Profile, this is the Profile 52, but the whole Profiles line of products.
Okay, so we wouldn't need remotes anymore for those rooms.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, we'll still use them for certain applications. We now have this one consolidated interface. It makes it very intuitive, easy to use, and very much faster as well.
All right, so it's touch screen. I want to put my fingerprints all over it, but I'll let you guide the demo here.
You're more than welcome to. So you have a number of different options. You can dial using the touchpad.
Okay, it looks like I can add a call, add people into the meeting.
Exactly. With these systems, you can have multi-point calls, so you can click to add a different user, add new contacts, add them in that way. You can have your list of contacts that you call most frequently, or you could just use your corporate directory, very simple, or to go back to get recent calls, inbound and both outbound calls.
Very good.
So you have and then here you have the controls for the camera and settings for the profile.
What's this little people over here?
Yeah, you touch that and that gives you a little self-view, so you can check yourself out. It's a very expensive mirror.
There we go, very expensive mirror, I like that. Mute button, it looks like.
Yeah, it's volume control, everything here, one touch of your finger.
All right, and you got visual feedback that you actually are on mute.
Yes, and that's a very important thing when you're on a meeting.
All right. This is very slick, very smooth.
Yeah, and what we found is it's a much more intuitive interface, much more user-friendly, and gets you more in tune to the whole solution.
All right, and this is going to be available with all of the in-room systems coming very soon,
All
right?
of the profile in-room systems.
Profile in-room systems.
Correct.
That's a good clarification.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
So another aspect of the Tandberg portfolio is that ability for those mobile users to be part of this business video revolution, right? Until now, if you're not at a desk, you really aren't getting the high definition video, but you've got an answer for it.
Absolutely. So what we have is a mobile PC and Mac application called Movi, and it allows you to be connected visually in high definition video, no matter where you're located, right?
So now PC and Mac support.
Absolutely. So that's brand new.
That's a big important.
Yeah. Exactly, right. So now we have that's great for the education market for where they use heavy Mac users. They can connect in with whatever application they need to, and it's interoperable with the PC. So so they can connect to telepresence calls, to profiles, all the way up to CTS.
Excellent.
So it's a really good application.
All right, so showing that interoperability and that ability to get the breadth of the portfolio all the way down to the mobile user. But there was a feature that you called out earlier when we were talking, specifically designed for the healthcare industry. What was that?
Exactly, it's far-end camera control. And what that allows you to do, or allows a doctor to do, they could be located anywhere in the world, anywhere geographically, and they can control the video unit where the patient's located, and it allows them to focus in on different parts of the body and have that level of connectivity and see exactly what's going on, diagnose problems, and make assessments.
All right, so they could be on their laptop in a remote location, something's happened, a patient is elsewhere, there's been a camera provided for them, but they can control the camera themselves to see what's going on in that room.
Yep, and we have a number of healthcare applications such as health presence and clinical presence that are designed specifically for those types of
Excellent.
environments.
Now we've got the camera up and running, and you were going to show just sort of the pan feature.
Sure.
We're going to actually remotely control a camera from here.
So we're connected to the Profile 65 right next door, and here you can see I'm panning over just like that.
There we go.
I can zoom in.
Show floor's not even open, and there's a ton of people wandering around.
Exactly. Yep. So it's great new feature, and with the availability for Mac, it's opening up mobile video to a great number of users.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for the time.
Absolutely. Happy to show you.
And for those of you who are playing the collaboration code game, here is your code. If you don't know what I'm talking about, visit the Cisco collaboration page on Facebook.com.